All right, welcome race fans. We're back this week from Talladega here with the Lucky Dog Sim Racing League, and welcome everybody. Glad everybody could make it here tonight for should be a very good race. I'll be alone in the booth tonight. I tried to get a hold of Dwayne, can't get a hold of him, so I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully he'll be back with us next week. But let's get a rundown here of where everybody's going to be starting here. Give me a minute. I got to get things sorted out. So, okay. All right. Where the heck is that? All right, here we go. Starting on the pole, Michael Pegg with 52.899. Congratulations to Michael for grabbing the pole. Starting on the outside of the front row there, Gary Slapinski. In third, Randolph Richard. Mark Math coming in fourth. Kevin Lee fifth. Thomas Holder starting from the sixth position. Ben Gear seventh. Vincent McDonald eighth. Brian Keyser in ninth. E.J. DeBoer starting from 10th. Nathan McLaughlin, 11th. David Palmer, 12th. Jeff Mann, 13th. Sandy Curtis, 14th. Dan Witt, 15th. Methy Lorenzo. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I apologize ahead of time. Well, we're going to have a big field here tonight. Holy smoke, man. All right. Let's see. Justin Openchowski, I guess that is, starting from 17th. John Colmorgan will be starting 18th. Blake Dorney 19th. Michael Mills will start 20th. David Oliveri, I believe, Oliveri in 21st. Jerry Flippo, 22nd. Robert Lovell in 23rd. Pat Matthew, 24th. A.J. Rogers, 25th. Jeff Hale starting 26th. Sean Conklin in 27th. Kim Kraus, 28th. Brandon Simpson starting 29th. Jim Berg in 30th. Giovanni starting in 31st. Joe Bernal, I guess it is, in 33rd. Robert Felzine, 34th. David Shute starting 35th. Joel Guy, 36th. Kevin LaChance, 37th. Joshua Halford, 38th. Jamie Morrison, 39th. Jeremy Oglesby in 40th. Aldo Knoll, 41st. And that rounds out the field. So we're about to go green flag racing here, folks. So here we go. Pace car heads to pit road. Michael Pegg brings him around the tri-oval here, long ways around to the start-finish line, so you got to remember that. The start-finish line is actually past pit road exit.
Green flag, green flag.
And green flag is in the air. We're underway here in Talladega. Damn, huge field here tonight. Wow, 39 drivers. A little bit of a head start there up on top. There was Gary Slapinski getting a huge push. Oh, man. And he pushes him down in front of Michael Pegg. I heard the guy saying the cars were a little squirrely out there, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out for him. Mark Math up on the high side now. Randolph Richard sucks up right on the back bumper of Michael Pegg. And they are starting to put a little bit of distance there on fourth place, Kevin Lee. They're trying to do that breakaway. They've kind of brought back the tandem cars. I don't know if they really did that intentionally, but I'm sure they'll figure out how to ruin that for you. iRacing. But Gary Slapinski leads the first lap of the race. Congratulations to him for grabbing that bonus point. That's all important to these guys. That bonus point. Thomas Holder watching him there. Still hanging on in sixth place. What gaggle of cars behind him. Holy smokes, look out. EJ DeBoer in the mix of that. New paint job for EJ tonight. He's running a Dodge SRT paint scheme, but it's still a Ford. Well, the guys were picking on him about that. It's still a Ford. But he's running the Dodge. He's doing that in hopes that they bring the Dodge back. And I'd like to see that myself. I really would. There's a lot of history with the old Dodges in there. Wow. EJ went clear back to 22nd. Wow, I don't know if that's, if he did that intentionally or what. I don't know. No. Anyhow, back up front here, Ben Gear, 7th, hanging on. We're starting to get single file now, riding along. Yep. Brian Keyser right behind him. David Palmer. These guys are doing real well here. Slapinski continues to lead. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, let's check in here with Jeff Mann in the 425. Started 13th, running in 10th. In the 425 number there, but white car. Wow, I mean, no colors on that car. Neat. Just running a different paint scheme there, I guess. Following the 41 of David Palmer. Palmer, looking at him, he started 12th. He's running up here in 9th right now. So that's a good thing. I got to restart these overlays real quick. They're all sticking on me. They do that now and then. Bear with me 1 minute here. Well, if you're just joining us, so far we've been caution free and the field is starting to get split up a lot. I'll go back here to that second part here just a minute. Wait for the overlays to start up. There we go. Okay, now let's go back to that second part of the field. We're going all the way back to the number 38 of Blake Dorney. He is towing a second breakaway group pack here. They're running about 4 seconds or, well, almost 5 seconds behind that front pack, actually. So that's a long way back. They don't want to be that far back. You get that far back, you just keep dropping. You know, you don't want to do that. So 4 seconds behind the lead pack right now. But good run for these guys anyhow, that breakaway pack back there. But the breakaway is actually in the front right now. It goes all the way back to the number 5 of Justin Openchowski. He is tied right up on the back bumper there of Dan Witt. He started 17th, running in 12th right now. So 12-car breakaway in the front. He's starting to lose the draft a little bit. I'm not sure if that's intentional, if he wants to kind of drift back and pick up somebody behind him. There is a Sandy Curtis is kind of behind him here in the 43, working with John Colmorgan. Those two have lost the draft to that number. Running about 3.3 seconds behind him. back and see if there's, let's see, we're good all the way back till, well, the Blake Dorney, that group there in the number 38, they're kind of falling back here, but they're 8 seconds now. See, that's what I'm saying, man. They just keep dropping because they're not as organized as that front group. You've got to get organized. I talked to EJ there before the race tonight. EJ said he was hoping to get a victory here tonight. Well, he's going to have some uphill work to do here because, man, he's got to reel in that front group. You're not going to win from 8.5 seconds back. I hate to burst your bubble on that, EJ. Good racer, man. Definitely a good addition to Lucky Dog Sim Racing. Yeah, they've fallen back quite a way. John Cole Morgan there leading them. I'm sorry, Sandy Curtis, excuse me, leading them in that group back here. And that's a big group, but they're just not. You've got to tighten that up. If you go back up to the front here, let's go back up to the lead here of Gary Slopinski. You see these guys here, man, there's not much room between these cars, and that's why they're pulling away. Thomas Holder now, they're breaking away from Brian Keys or Dan Wetton now. So they're starting to break them into more sections, more groups of guys. Close the gap up a little bit there. That'll help. Yeah, Thomas Holder and Mark Math. That'll help them close up and make that a 6-car pack up here in the front. I heard the guys talking about, I think it was Joel had mentioned something to Michael about that the setup. Early, they were kind of wanted to wander a little bit, so they're going to go to work and see if they can't work on fixing that setup for them. Hopefully maybe by next week. So we'll see when they get done. All right, now let me throw a little something out there for you. I know this guy from a long time ago, and I don't know if he was the football player or if it was his brother. I don't remember. But A.J. Rogers, I think he was the football player, pro football player. So back here, number 22, he's sporting the number 88 on the car, but number 22, A.J. Rogers, I think he was the football player. I don't recall what team he played for. It was, golly, man. I want to say Texas, but I don't remember. But he used to race in another league that I used to broadcast a long time ago. A.J. Rogers. Yeah. You can probably Google that, look it up, because I'm not sure. I don't remember. Yeah, Oliveri, that was another one I used to, he was in another league that I used to broadcast, running right behind A.J. Rogers right now. So Oliveri, Dave Oliveri. And I don't know how this happened, but Ben Gear all of a sudden got clear back here, and he is in 20th place. Holy smoke, Ben, what happened? I know what happened. I know. He's waiting to get his new wheel hooked up. Yeah. That new wheel's going to make him run better. I told him, I said, well, expect you to do some winning now. If you're going to have a new equipment, he said it just came in today. So he's going to hopefully maybe have it hooked up and running for tomorrow night if he's here or whatever. So, no, they don't race on Sunday night. Next time they're here. It'll be interesting to see how Ben does with that. John Cole Morgan, just a couple of cars back from him, taking up the rear of that pack, and already putting some cars. I'm sure we're just putting laps down here. Looks like we had a retiree, Jason Rossow. How do you say that? But he is running 4 laps down. But yeah, these guys are all on the lead lap. Okay, they're all on the lead lap. Well, things are changing back here. This pack has gotten so much bigger from 12th on back. But I will have to say they're picking up on Michael Mills here in 11th. They've got that one, and Sandy Curtis and Justin Openchowski in 9th. Yeah, the number 5 of Justin Openchowski. He is leading that charge up here now with Sandy Curtis and Michael Mills. And the Dex.com. Dex.com. Isn't that right? Or Dex? I don't know. I guess it's Dex.com. Name of the car in the car he's got. They're picking up a couple more here. We're going to be sucking up on the back of Dan Witt here, just ahead of them. Him and Brian Kaiser been working together. Dan looking to try to maybe get a victory here. A lot of these guys out here are really hoping and praying that they can get a victory here. Uh-oh, Giovanni. What happened to Giovanni? He's on pit road. Oh, no, I didn't see that. How come I didn't see that? Huh. Yeah, Giovanni's 15 laps down. He's coming back off the pit road here, but wow. Yep, in the 000. I think he's making it into pit road here. Man, must have been, no, he's coming off pit road. Must have had some problems or something. I don't know. Maybe he had a black flag to serve or whatever. There he goes. He's back out there. 16 laps down. Oh, we got pit road. Pit road is going to be a busy place. Gary Slapinski. Michael Pegg. All these guys coming in here. Kevin Lee, Randolph Richard. Guys all coming to pit road. The first round pit stops are happening here on lap 18. Now I know they did change the fuel in these cars. Looks like that pretty much a fuel only stop here for all these guys. Pretty much going to come out a little different than they come in. Michael Pegg, first one out instead of Gary Slapinski. So Gary's going to have to be the pusher now. But that put the lead to the number 199 of Mark Math. He went around. He is coming in pit road all alone. That's not a good thing. You do not want to come to pit road alone. Oh, that's horrible news for Mark Math. After starting 4th here, man, that's going to hurt him really bad. So that puts the number 07 of Brian Keyser in the lead. And these guys will be looking here pretty soon to be coming to pit road. Justin Openchowski, Michael Mills, Matthew Lorenzo. Those guys 1, 2, 3, 4 right there working together. Let's see if they're coming to pit road. Nope, they're going to stay out. All right, very good. Because you don't want to stay out here too long and run that tank empty. Because I'm telling you, man, it's a long way around to pit road. We've seen somebody last week that ran out of gas early and had to coast like the last half of the track around to make it to pit road. Took them forever to get there. You don't want to do that. And here they come. They're coming in, and giving up that lead. Brian Keyser did get to lead some laps there. That's good. And he's being joined in there by quite a few guys. Pit road's getting busy. And here comes more of them. Aldo Noli, Robert Lovell. We have more guys coming in here. So that's going to give the lead back to Michael Pegg here. I do believe as they come around. Yeah, he will retake the point here. And Michael just led his very first lap of the race, and he was the pole sitter on lap 21. Kevin Lee, Randolph Richard, the four of them working together. Randolph plays his cards right. Talking to him before the race, he said he was going to try to get some of the guys from the party porch there to tune in. So a shout out to the guys on the party porch. Hopefully you're watching. Probably some Michelin lights or something flashing around here, or natty lights or whatever. He said they're not cooking anything tonight. Doggone it. I'm hoping for some good food. But Randolph Richard doing well here tonight in fourth place. Number 89. He's starting to lose the ground. That front three are pulling away a little bit from Randolph. And he better be awful careful doing that. Because once he loses that draft, it's a long way back to fifth place. Dan Witt now in fifth after that pit stop. And look who he's working with, E.J. DeBoer. Back here, the 04 of E.J. DeBoer. I do kind of like that paint job. That paint job, E.J. Pretty good. Not bad. I mean, it's a solid color. Yeah, I had the Dodge Caliber SRT. Turbocharged four-cylinder in it. Wow, what a hot little car. Wow, man. Thing did like 100 mile an hour in a quarter mile. That was crazy. It was crazy. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's get back up front here, check things out. Michael Pegg's still leading. Got 4 laps under his belt here with the lead. And they have broke away. Randolph Richard is still hanging there. They did back up and pick him up, it looks like. So Randolph Richard hanging with them. As Joel Guy would say, he's hanging in there like the hair in a biscuit. Hanging in there like a loose tooth. I heard that one today. I thought that was pretty good. That's how somebody how they were doing. They said, hanging in there like a loose tooth. Okay. Very good. That was good. Man, we've had a bunch of guys in it. Wow. Looks like we're down to 24 cars left out on the track. That's it. We've got a bunch of them. John Morgan left. Dave Oliveri, David Palmer, Jeff Mann, Blake Dorney, Tim Krause. They've all left. Wow. Okay. 6 drivers gone. Now, I don't know what happened, but both Thomas Holder and the 00 has lost it here. I don't know if there was an issue with pit road. Could have got a black flag or something, but he is one lap down in 22nd place, and not with anybody. He does have some cars coming up behind him, but wow, man, that's crazy. Wow, all by himself. Thomas, you're not going to win that way. We've been watching Thomas, but I'll tell you what, for weeks now, he has been up there in the front, bidding for a win. He got one here, gosh, I don't know, was it about a month ago, and now he's kind of running through a dry spell in victory lane since. So, and he does get some cars here. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Beating the heck out of each other out there. What was that? That was Joel Guy. That was Joel Guy bumping him. Wow. Him and Aldo Noli, I guess it is. Yeah, Aldo Noli. So the three of them are working together now with Tom Ford. Could be good. All right, let's go back to that second group led by Dan Witt, the number 99 of Dan Witt. We got three cars joined together there too, E.J. DeBoer and Mark Math. And I was worried about Mark Math with him hitting there by himself, but he has picked up some cars here to work with. Gosh, don't lose the draft now, Mark. Don't lose it off the EJ. I don't want to see that. And it's a long way back to Sandy Curtis from number 43 in 8th place. We're running about 17 seconds. The leader, Michael Pegg. That's a long ways back there. Man, I don't know how you make up 17 seconds on the track. And we're probably about maybe eight laps away from the next round of pit stop here. Getting about 19 to 20 laps on a tank of fuel. Now, the first group they did pit last time, they pitted on lap 18. But the second group pitted on the bottom lap. So we'll be keeping an eye on it. They're going to be about lap 38, somewhere along in there, 37, 38. We should see the 10th round of pit stop. Sandy, Ben Gear, these guys are all working together back here. Vincent McDowell, this is a big pack of cars, and they should be able to close that gap a little bit. With as many of them that they can organize a little bit, tighten that group up, they can go far. They can pick up a lot of time out there in the track. Like a couple hundredths of a second, but it's really not enough. They need to be picking up. Down. Joel Guy and Jeff Hale and these guys just went a lap down. The leaders passed them, so that puts them all a lap down. Michael Pegg still in the lead. Led 11 laps. Gary led 16. Yeah. And Michael Pegg hasn't led them. Randolph Richard. Oh, yeah, he did get some. Yeah, there is some, some lap cars in there, but I'm not going to count them out yet. They're just going to hang on to the draft. That's good. That's good. I haven't seen anybody in chat saying anything. Saying anything about the party. I'm sure they're having a party out there tonight. That's all right. Okay, so we're down to 22 cars now. Gosh, man, we've had a lot of guys pop out. Methy Lorenzo just quit, so now we're down to 21. Golly, man, we are just losing them left and right here. Last one on the next lap is Brian Kaiser, which is about to lose the draft or off the path if he's not careful. In the number 07, the Oreo car. A nice looking car, you don't want to lose it. Now he's going to stop and get some milk here in a minute. Have some milk to go with the Oreo. Hopefully he can catch back up here, I don't know. He's losing the draft really quick. Yep, I think he's lost it. He's a couple seconds. Once you get past that 1 second mark and you've lost it, you've lost the draft. You're not going to regain it. And Mark Math is about to do the same thing, unless he's going to back up here and pick up Brian Kaiser, however you say it. He may be just going to back up here and pick him up. I don't know. I don't think that's a good choice. Ryan's going back further yet, so. Michael Mills in the number 39, staying on the back. And that's a pretty good sized group. Pretty good sized group. Let's keep an eye on the leaders here, because they were the first ones to pit before. We're probably about 3 or 4 laps away from second round pit stops for these guys. Michael Pay, Gary Slapinski. Did they leave Randolph Richard? Yes, they did. Oh my gosh. He is way back here with some lap cars. Ow. Huh. Well, even though the 3 leaders are up here together, they do have some lap cars that they're working with. Thomas Holder in that group. Thomas is back in 20th place, 2 laps down, but he is right there helping his teammates. That's what teammates do. Even though he's a couple laps down, hey, you can still help your teammates win. They're great so far. We've been caution-free if you're just joining us. Thank you again. Hit that thumbs up on the video there, folks, if you don't mind, and subscribe if it's your first time here on Lucky Dogsimracing. Maybe a lap or 2 away from next round pit stops from these guys. Every time I call that, I'm always off a lap or so, but we'll put it this way. Between 1 and 5 laps, I never know what they're going to be doing here. This is their call. You know? Okay, we got, oh, wow, we had a couple of, they were miscommunication there. Kevin Lee thought they were coming to pit road, and they said, no, we're not. He didn't get the memo. No. Missed the radio communication. But he got right back into place here. Pit road or no? Yeah, we got a bunch of them on pit road here. Dan Wood all came to pit road. They came in early. Wow, they really come in early. Unbelievable, man. Let's see if the leaders come in now. Yep, here they come. Michael Pegg, Gary Slapinski, Kevin Lee, Randolph Richard. All these guys coming in. Now, if you remember last time, they all just stopped and took fuel. Let's see if any of them maybe take 2 tires. I think 2 tires would be a good call here. Doesn't really take you much longer to changed 2 tires. Yep. No, Peg's not going to take any tires. Gary Slapinski took 2, and they're away. Yeah, I think I would have took 2. All right, so that put Randolph Richard in the lead. He led his first lap of the race here, getting a valuable bonus point. And he's breaking off. He's coming to pit road. He's going to be off a lap here, but let's see what Randolph's going to do. He's going to take any tires or fuel-only pit stop, or what he's going to do. All right, he comes to a screeching halt in his pit stall here in the number 89, Randolph Richard. And doesn't look like any tires are going on. Looks like a fuel-only pit stop for Randolph Richard, and he's away. Very good, very good. He'll regain 5th place here, but he's a long ways behind the leaders. But he may be able to blend in with some of these other guys here once they get caught up. Brand new leader here with Justin Opachowski. And he should be coming to pit row here pretty soon. He's going to have to come in by himself. Yeah, he'll have to come to pit road by himself. I wouldn't want to be out there like that, because without a partner, without a teammate, man, he's going to have to come in and off the pit road by himself. You're going to be slow. They're going to run you down. Peg and company, they're coming. They're in 2nd place. They're about 7.7 seconds back there, closing fast. So Justin needs to come to pit road ASAP. They're coming fast, down to 6.2 seconds. And here he comes. He's coming in, giving up the lead. That will give the lead back to Michael Peg and these guys as they come by. Michael Peg, Gary Slapinski, and Kevin Lee. That's 3, and they're working with lap partner Thomas Holder, which is 2 laps down in 19th place. He is working with his teammates. Those are his teammates there, Gary Slapinski and Michael Peg. So he's there to help. Means pushing one to the victory or whatever. He's going to have to pick and choose which one he wants to help. Maybe Gary there and slingshot past Michael on the last lap and push Gary to the win, or maybe they'll just ride it out here and finish 1-2. We will see. 21 cars on the track. DJ DeBoer now 4th place, but this is not where he wants to be. Back to the 04, 4th place, but he is 18 seconds behind the leader. Man, you just can't make that up. I just don't see a way for him to make it up. The only thing he could do right now is hope and pray there's a caution. That would be about all I can think of that he would do. Lap cars dumping him off there. And it looks like they're going to maybe tuck in behind him, try to work with some bandwidth in that. And he's got a pretty good post on the 19. Where the heck's the 19 at? I don't see it. No, I don't know who it is. Oh, Ben Gear. Yeah, that's Ben Gear. I'm not used to seeing Ben in that car, I guess. I'm sorry. But Ben, yeah, he's working with you. So those 3 EJ, Ben Gear, and Dan Witt, they can stick together like that and try to click off some time, but they're losing more time. 21 seconds behind the lead. Those three out front are just pulling away. They've got them on rails. AJ Rogers in the number 22 running in 8th place. 22 or 88, whichever. The paint job shows 88. Andy Curtis with him. Down to 12 cars on the lead lap. Last one is Justin Opachowski, and he's the one that just hit it. And he's probably not too awful far from going a lap down because he is out here by himself. The leaders will be closing up on him pretty quick. He should be able to join in with the lead pack, and that'll help his speed, help him hold that position. But as far as racing anybody up here, he's just going to get gobbled up by the leaders. They should be, they're coming up behind him right now. Another one bites the dust. Jeff Hale checking out. That leaves 20 cars out on the track right now. Yeah, we've been caution free the whole way. There he goes. Justin Opachowski is going to fall in behind the lead pack right here. And that actually was a race because just ahead of him was Aldo Noli. Those two are working with the leaders up there right now. But he's going to have to suck up to the back of Aldo here, and hopefully Justin can hang on to that lead. Those two race it out at the end, maybe. Yep, caution free, lap 46, coming to 47 this time by, as Michael Pegg now takes over the most lapped lead with 24. 24 laps. Alright, hopefully everybody's enjoying the races tonight. Been pretty good racing so far. Anybody there? Anybody even there? Maybe, maybe not. We got, let's see, we got 8 people watching and only 2 likes. That doesn't equate. Nope, that don't equate. Got 8 people watching, she's got 8 likes. See, likes is what helps the algorithm to put this out there for more people to watch it. More people that watch it, the more likes you get, the higher they go in the algorithm. You have to understand how YouTube works that way. So the likes are just as important as the views. Kevin Lee still hanging on. 3rd spot. Mired in between some lap cars there. Thomas Holder going to try to help his teammates out. They've still got one more pit stop to go through yet. So they're pitted on lap 38. I think it was 37 to 38. And they're getting about 20. If they go, one. Ooh, boy, I don't know. They still ain't going to make it. Yeah, they're going to have to go a pit stop and a splash of gas and go. Yeah. No, I'm thinking wrong. My math is wrong. Okay, we can do it one more pit stop. Yep. If they pit around lap 60, that'll make 15 to go, so they can pit one more time. Oh my God. All right, coming to lap 51 next time by. Still leading Michael Pegg. Gary Slavinsky, Kevin Lee. EJ DeBoer in fourth place. They're still almost 22 seconds behind back here in the 04. And those three have been nose to tail since that last caution. Or caution, yeah. Last pit stop, my bad. Well, those three have been nose to tail, and that's good. That's good because they do work well together. If you find somebody like that and they work good with you, stick with them. I know EJ didn't want to be back here. I feel bad for him with that new paint job. I was hoping maybe it was going to help him get to victory lane, but it's not meant to be tonight. Leave it on there, EJ. Maybe next week will be your week, buddy. Coming up on some more lap traffic there. That's Justin Kowski. He is going to try to fall in behind them guys, but I just don't think he's going to be able to. His momentum has been broken, so he needs somebody to help him. He's going to lose the draft off of these three cars. Those three cars are very fast by themselves. Very fast. Especially as tight as they are right now. You would think that they would be able to pick up a lot more on the lead pack, but they pick up a little bit, and they lose a little bit. And they pick up a little bit, and they lose a little bit. So, kind of weird. All right, back here, another group of Randolph Richard. We were talking about this earlier, AJ Rogers and Sandy Cooler. In the number 89 there, Randolph Richard. Well, back here, they just, they need a caution, is what they need. They need a caution to tighten this field back up and make a whole new race again. But these guys don't have many cautions. If you follow Lucky Dog Sim Racing, you find very few cautions. Last week was kind of the exception to the rule. There was some extra cautions. I think they had 8 cautions last week. They had a lot of, it was open to the public, and there was a lot of drivers in there that don't normally race with these guys. I mean, you get guys like that don't normally race together, it's challenging. Let me tell you, you get people that you're not used to racing around. They're not sure how you race, you're not sure how they race. It does get interesting. All right, only 11 cars on the lead lap. Aldo Knoll is the last car, or first car lap, and Michael Mills and Vincent McDowell will be the next one. The 39 and the 25 will be the next two to go a lap down. They're not far from that now. The leaders are not really that far behind them. Coming up on them. At least 4 here, I'm telling you what. I don't think you can put a piece of paper between them. It's like they got a rope tie all 4 of them cars together, I think. They're not leaving each other's bumper. And you see where Thomas Holder is. He's helping his teammates. That's a good wingman right there. I'd take Thomas Holder as a wingman any day. Yep, good racer. That's dedication when you're helping your teammates out. If you're not, if the day's not yours, no sense in you can't help your teammates get there. So, good deal. He's had his day in victory lane. He knows how to get there. Today wasn't the day. Now he's helping his teammates. Good deal. Oh, on pit road. Oh, took it behind the wall. Oh, no. He took it behind pit road. So, we're on to pit road. He's done. Yep. Robert Felzine also on pit road. So, we got some guys on pit road, some guys left. Brian Keyser, he left. Wow. We got guys coming to pit road here. We can find out who the heck they were. Michael Mills, yeah, in the number 39. Yep. Now, Vincent McDowell, these guys come to pit road. Mark Math, just now coming off the pit road, making his final pit stop. Now, this is pushing it kind of close for him. 19 to go. I mean, if there's a green-white checkered, it's going to be really close on fuel. He's banking on that there won't be any caution. So let's get back up to the leaders here and see when they're going to pit. They're coming in now. Well, that was perfect timing. Wow. I'm kind of proud of myself. That's usually Dwayne's department. Yeah, he's the one that can call these pit stops right on the button every time. Maybe I learned a little something from him. Yeah, we'll do that. Michael Pegg, Gary Slapinski. Sandy Curtis just now coming off the pit road, made his final pit stop. So that's fuel only for Pegg and Gary Slapinski. And it looks like Gary's going to get out first, followed by Kevin Lee. Wow. And knowing these guys, okay, now I'm going to just throw this out there, and I may be all wrong on this, but I'm just going to kind of throw this out there, okay? Michael Pegg, that's the kind of move Michael Pegg likes to do right there. He come out with his teammate Thomas Holder. Now he's going to be racing Joey Slapinski for the win. So now stick with me for a minute here. Let me run this through you, okay? And you can comment what you think your opinion is on that. Okay, Michael and Thomas work together. They could make a move and pass Joey Slapinski and Kevin Lee on the outside for the win in 17 laps, okay? So this could be a very interesting race up here. Who's going to work with who? Who's going to pass through? Who? Just hold that thought for a little bit and see if I made the right call on that. I don't really know for sure. I'm just kind of guesstimating, all right? But we shall see. Boring. He says so boring. Oh man, Ben Gear back in third place. He got out ahead of EJ DeVore back here, the number 19 of Ben Gear. New paint job. Not going to get him to victory lane unless something awful happens up there, but which I don't foresee. We came in pit road, off pit road together, and still hanging loose there, man. I'm telling you, hanging in like a loose tooth. JK says so boring. Well, yeah, that's Superspeedway for you. They are boring. They are. I'm not going to disagree with you. All right, those three buckled up there together. Then the next one back is Randolph Richard in the number 89, working with A.J. Rogers in number 22, or 88, whatever. goes to the, and then back further behind them is Sandy Curtis. Now Sandy couldn't pass that draft right here, but he has lost the draft, just goes a lap down. A lap down. Now we haven't seen Sandy a lap down in a long time, so I don't know exactly what happened there. Could have been a bad pit stop. I really don't know. He got separated from his teammates or whatever. We're down to 8 drivers on the lead lap right now. And those last two, they're Randolph Richard and A.J. Rogers, are about to get gathered up by the leaders. They're not too far away. So let's go back here with the number 89 of Randolph Richard. Looking back to the leaders, they're only, gosh, I don't know, maybe a second or two behind these guys, the leaders. Yeah, not too far. Back in the lead, and that's what he likes. He likes being in the lead. Started on the outside of the front row next to Michael Pegg, and these two have led the most laps today. I think right now Michael Pegg's got the most. Yeah, with 34. Let's see. If Gary leads all the rest of them, he will lead the most laps. He'll pass Michael by one or maybe 2 laps. All right, I will be right back. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so nothing's changed up in the front here. Ben Gear's still hanging on there. Yeah, Ben Gear, yeah. Not Ben Gear, Thomas Holder, Rudy. Holding on to the back there of Michael Pegg, which I'm going to just assume is going to help. Now, Ben Gear and these guys will go a lap down, I believe. No, not right now. Randolph Richard and A.J. Rogers just went a lap down. And they're going to fall in behind right there. So they will hold on to 7th and 8th. Hang on to the draft here. They've got to hold on to that draft. A.J. is trying to hold up. And the number 22 here, staying with Randolph Richard. Gosh, I hope you don't lose the ground. Come on, AJ, get it up there, buddy. Get up there. Come on. Him and Randolph Richard were working so good together there. What happened? Man, he's got to catch up. And if he can catch up, that's going to make a, 6-car pack up there in the front. Man, they're going to be super fast. Yeah, Randolph needs to drag his brake a little bit there. Kind of back up a little tiny bit, pick up AJ. I think AJ's getting it though. He's closing up the gap. Good deal. Very good. So 6 cars on the lead lap now. Dan Wood, the last one on the lead lap in the number 99. And those three have been working together. Ben Gear, E.J. DeBoer, and Dan Witt doing an excellent job working together. Still praying for a caution though. Yeah, they got their fingers crossed and their toes crossed and their eyes crossed. No, they can't cross it. No. They got everything crossed that they can cross. Their legs are crossed. Their tongue's crossed. Everything's crossed. They're hoping for a caution here to give them, at least give them a chance, you know, to get up there and battle it up with the leaders. I mean, they deserve it. I'm not going to knock it. You just had a bad starting of the race, and once you have that bad starting, you just can't make it up, man. It's just, when you got the talent up there, Gary Slapinski, Michael Pegg, and Thomas Earl working together, you can't make it up, man. You just can't. But these guys have gave it a valiant effort. 8 laps to go. And that's still not a bad finish, though. 4th, 5th, and 7th. That's a pretty good finish. Let's see. Back up front here, Gary Slapinski still continuing to lead. Now I'm curious as to who is going to work with who and what's going to happen. Is Kevin Lee going to pull out and try, hopefully, maybe try to have Michael go with him and make a pass on Gary Slapinski? You know, you never want to be the leader in a place like this. You always want to be in that 2nd or 3rd spot because the leader knows he's going to get ate up on that last lap. He just knows it. My guess is, I'm just going to say here, unless somebody really sticks on the back bumper with Gary's probably not going to win this race. That's the rule of thumb. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Gary Slapinski. No way. I would never do that. Gary's an absolutely amazing driver. He's amazing. And, but when you're in the lead like that, everybody wants that position away from you. And they will do what it takes to get there, too. All right, so AJ does suck up on the back there of Randolph Richards, so we do have a 6-car pack now up in the front. And that's good news for Gary, and good news for Kevin Lee, Michael Pegg. Guys running really well. Everybody's got enough fuel to make it to the end. They've made their final pit stops. We're down to 16 cars on the track right now. Only 6 cars on the lead lap. Randolph Richard being the first one a lap down. A.J. Rogers in 8th place a lap down. Vincent McDowell, 9th place a lap down. Michael Mills in 10th, a lap down. Sandy Curtis in 11th, a lap down. Then we get into 2 laps down. Now, Thomas Holder, 2 laps down, but you see where Thomas is at. He's sticking right here on the bumper of Michael Pegg right now. And he is not leaving him. That's his teammate. Never leave your teammate, especially at this point in the race. They're coming to 4 to go this time by. So curious as to when they make the move here. JK, when would you make the move here? Who would you go with? Which car would you like to be right now? Would you like to be Gary Slapinski? Would you like to be Kevin Lee, Michael Pegg? Which one would you like to be? Those 3 are racing for that top position here, coming to 3 to go this time by. It's boring, yes. It's boring because there's no caution. They don't like cautions here. I'll just tell you that right up front. They do not like cautions. All right, 3 laps to go, folks, to decide this race. still 16 cars on the lead lap. Full guy last one in 16th place, 4 laps down. And we only have 6 cars on the lead lap. Now that second group did kind of close the gap down a little bit, but it's really not going to matter at this point. They posted down to just a tick under 26 seconds. So, yeah, they're a half a lap behind. All right, coming to 2 to go this time by. 2 more circuits around Talladega. You know something's gonna happen here. Anybody got any idea what's gonna happen on the last lap? Is anybody gonna try something here? Is there any deals being made out there right now? Go with me, hey, I need your help. What's the deals happening this time? We're coming to 1 to go this time by. So deals or no deals, this is the money lap right here coming up. All right, folks, white flags in the air, 1 to go for Gary Slapinski. If anybody's going to make a move, they got to make it now or forever hold their peace. And boy, I'll tell you what, Kevin Lee is just pushing his way. Michael Pegg pulls out. Thomas Holder going to go with him. Are they going to be able to do it? No. They draw back down in behind him because he's going to lose the lap. Kevin Lee, is he going to try to pull out on Gary Slapinski? Oh, man, he's all over the bumper. Side by side at the line. Is he going to do it? Big move by Kevin Lee. He's going to get a push. Michael Pegg's going to wreck them all. Oh, my God. Kevin Lee comes home the winner. Congratulations, Michael Pegg second, and Gary Slapinski finishing third. Oh my God, that was a wild finish, folks. That was insane, man. Great job. Well, I don't think we're going to, Kevin Lee is not, he is not in here. I wish he was. I wish we could talk to him. Yeah, wish we could talk to him. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll get Michael Pegg, Gary Slapinski, and Ben Gear in here, and we can talk to them. So let me get them in here. Okay. There's Gary. There's Michael Pegg, and let's see, Ben Gear. We'll get Ben up here. We'll get all these guys in here. Okay, well, we can't talk to the winner, Kevin Lee, but what a wild finish at the very end there. Oh, my God. Gary, you come out of here, I think, leading the most laps tonight, but Michael Pegg, you come in second. Wow, what a crazy move you made at the end there. Can you walk us through what your thoughts were?
Well, he started. Yeah. And then the car, Kevin went out, and just chaos at the end. It was a good finish, good race.
Yeah, it was a good race.
Hats off to Kevin. He drove great, man.
Yes, he did. I was wondering who was going to work with who and what was going to happen there. I figured he was going to maybe try to pull something on Gary, but I didn't expect you to do that. that was unexpected.
If it wasn't a hosted race, we wouldn't have done that. Gary,
Yeah.
Just having fun tonight.
Yep. Well, good deal. Well, you almost led the most laps. I was going to look here real quick. Let's see. You led 34, and Gary led. Oh, you tied. You both led 34 laps. Wow, isn't that something? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So, well, anybody we don't thank before you get out of here?
Yeah, I want to thank God himself. And, I want to thank all the Lucky Dog members, all the people that watched tonight, and all the regulators. I want to thank Cash, Molly, Tracy, Benji, and Austin.
Very good,
and
Michael.
of course you, Rudy.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. And we will see you next week then.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Gary Slapinski, you got a copy?
I'm here.
Well, you come in third, man. Did you even expect Michael to do that? Was he on the radio with you saying, "Hey, I'm gonna pass you, Ryan Dunn"?
No, I was all for each other right there.
Yeah,
I kind of felt it,
yeah.
and I think Thomas might have gave him a little too much there. I'm not 100% sure. For what I saw, I was watching it live. I was re-ended,
Yeah,
and it looks like he might have just nudged him a little bit, and he came down. It could have been a factor with Michael. He could have had a run on that to get that win, definitely.
yeah. It was a great race. So, as I said there throughout the ending of the race, I wouldn't have wanted to be in your shoes. You never want to be the leader coming to that one to go. I'd be second, third, something like that, because you're going to get passed. You know that.
Yeah.
So, but you tied with Michael with the most laps led tonight. And it was great to see you out front again like that, even though it wasn't a points race or anything. But anybody you want to thank before you go?
I'm going to thank Lucky Dog. I'm going to thank regulators. I'd like to thank you, Rudy, and Rudy. I mean, all you guys did a great job tonight. It looked really great. I was watching it live at the end there, and on YouTube here, and it looked really good, really awesome there. It looked really good. I didn't. I was really surprised how good it looked there, and with 4K and everything else, it looks great.
Yeah.
And I would like to thank God and everybody out there that's watching, and a little quick shout out to Al and his family, and God bless.
All right. Yes. All right. Very good, Gary, and boy, congratulations on almost a win tonight.
Thank you.
All right, we caught up with fourth place, Ben Gear. Ben, wow, how'd you get so separated there? Can you tell us?
Man, I don't know what it was. My computer, when we were running like lap 6 or 7 or something like that, it's like the antivirus or something kicked on, and I lost steering and I lost power to my gas
Oh my
pedal.
God.
I did it twice.
Huh.
Just came back up on track, and wow.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. I'll tell you. Well, you come home fourth tonight. Good battle there. You and EJ and Dan worked tightly together there. You kind of would gain a little bit of time, then you'd lose a little time. Then you'd gain, then you'd lose. Throughout that closing probably like about 20 laps of the race. You guys did really well working together. Was that kind of a plan as it turned out, that you guys were just going to stay together, pit together, and work together all the way to the end?
Well, we were all on the same. It seemed like we were all on the same pit strategy anyway. So if we didn't pit together, it would be kind of a dumb move. We might as well all just go in together and come out together. But as far as I would run when I was running second there. Dan was on my bumper, and I told him, I said, basically what you need to do, man, is get it hot on the straightaways and cool it in corners, and that's all we did.
Yeah. Well, turned out to be a pretty good race, though. I mean, I'm sure you'll take fourth place. You just have to learn from that and see what you can do next week to make sure that those mistakes do not happen again, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't know what it is, why it seems every now and then my computer will do that. It doesn't. It's crazy, Rudy. It only does it on the Superspeedway races. That don't do it on like the mile and a halfs or anything like that. So I don't know. I'd like to have seen how it would have panned out had it have not happened. I mean, I had a super fast tribute car to Al. I'm thinking about him when he won the race. This is my fourth place finish. It's not a win, but you know what?
Yeah.
It's a win for me, and I give it to Al and his family. I was thinking about him the whole race, and I sure do miss him out here.
Oh yeah, I know it. I don't think you're the only one. I've known Al for quite a few years too. I think actually I knew him before Michael and them guys knew him, because I did some broadcasting for another league that he was in, and I knew him a few years before that. But yeah, I know it. We're all going to miss him. That's a fact.
Yep, heck of a guy.
Yep, sure is. All right, buddy. Well, thanks for talking with us, and we'll see you next week. And congratulations again on fourth.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you. Appreciate everything you guys do up there. You do an awesome job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, let's run down through the results here. Let me see if I can get this right. All right, Kevin Lee finishing in. I got this all messed up here. What the heck's going on? All right, Kevin Lee finishing first. Michael Pegg second. Gary Slapinski third. Ben Gear fourth. EJ DeBoer in fifth. Dan Witt sixth. Randolph Richard finishing seventh. AJ Rogers eighth. Vincent McDowell ninth. Sandy Curtis rounds out the top 10. Michael Mills 11th. Thomas Holder 12th. Justin Openchowski in 13th. Mark Math 14th. Robert Lovell, I believe that is, in 15th. Joel Guy 16th. Aldo Knoll in 17th. Excuse me. Brian Keyser in 18th. Jason Rassau in 19th. Jeff Hale 20th. Matthew Lorenzo quitting early there, starting. He will finish in 21st. Jamie Morrison 22nd. Kim Krause 23rd. Blake Dorney 24th. John Colmorgan 25th. Dave O'Leary will finish 26th. Jeff Mann 27th. David Palmer 28th. Giovanni finishing 29th. And Pat Matthew will finish in 30th. So that rounds out the field. All right, folks. Well, thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. And until next time, stay safe and have a good night.